And we're live. Hi, Joy. How are you?
Hi. So
Welcome.
are we actually live?
We are, well, no, we're not live on YouTube, but we're live on recording the interview.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to this episode of Vestibular Talks. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this with me.
Thank you for asking me to do it.
And I believe it's very important that we share your story so we can inspire other people and hopefully give them a little bit of hope that things
Yeah,
do get better.
I hope so. Yeah.
All right, Joy. You mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. A little bit just about myself. So I'm 41 years old. I live in New Jersey. I do
Okay.
work full time. I have a 14-year-old daughter,
Okay.
and I'm currently single. So,
Okay.
sometimes that makes the situation a little tougher because you're kind of by yourself. And
Yes, you have to rely on yourself for everything. Yes.
yeah, um, and I work for Con Edison in New York, if anyone's familiar. So,
Okay. Nice. Um, you look fairly healthy and fairly active, which is a good thing, but that's why these conditions are called invisible
and,
illnesses, right? Like nobody can really know what's going on behind your the look of your
and that
outside body.
and that's like one of the worst things you can hear someone say is, "Oh, you look great. You look
And then
perfect. You look okay."
and then they don't know.
Makes me so angry.
Oh yeah, I know. So let's start from the beginning. Basically, what is your condition?
Okay, so I have Meniere's disease.
Mm-hmm.
I They say I only have it in my left ear, but I
Okay.
have BPPV in my right ear,
Okay.
which comes and goes.
Okay.
Um, I was diagnosed with Meniere's disease just recently, just
Okay.
about 8 months ago, but I've been suffering with vertigo, um, being unbalanced, ringing in my ears
Mm-hmm.
for years. I started
Okay.
I started with the vertigo when I was like 17.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I had vertigo on and off, and I
Mm-hmm.
dealt with it, and I adjusted. I kind of thought I had a good grip on,
Yeah.
and then I started getting ringing in my ears about 2 or 3 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and that is what really brought me downhill.
Yeah. So the ringing in your ear, is it a how is it? Is it just a beep or is it like a whoosh, like
Uh,
a sensation of air, or how is
all
it?
all of it. So just recently, I'll try to start from the most recent, is loud beeping, exactly like a beep, like beep,
Yeah.
and it comes, but that will leave, thank God. But I always have the swooshing, it's so hard to explain, like a ringing somewhere in here. I can't tell if it's the ears. Some days it's really loud, some days it's not bad. At night it's terrible. It wakes me up in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
and that's probably the hardest part.
It's especially because it's kind of a mental, it's not physical only, but it's a mental game because it drives you crazy
It,
because you start wondering, you're like, am I imagining this
oh,
noise or what's going on?
it drives me crazy because you can't sleep, you can't focus,
Yeah.
you don't hear well. I sit in meetings at work and I can't hear on speakerphone that well anymore, so it's hard for me
Okay.
to be on conference calls. It's hard for me to focus.
Yeah.
Like that.
No.
Yeah, and honestly, like it's very, like, I use this word a lot, like it's torturing.
It
You know,
is.
it's
It is. It
always,
is like a torture.
yeah, yes.
Joy, when you get it, is it in both ears or do you mostly hear it in one, or how is it?
I, I used to get it in my left ear, now I'm getting it in both.
In both. Yeah. Okay. Um, the reason why I ask is because my left ear, I can hear the ringing, like the beep sometimes, but in my right ear only, I feel the whoosh, almost like somebody's blowing air all day long inside your ear,
Like
and
a blue flow, or like a water, like
like a
a,
what, like water moving inside. Yes, and you
yeah,
and you you tend to like move because like to get rid of it, to kind of like see if it's water that comes out, but there is nothing. It's just the annoying. sensation constantly in the ear. Yes.
I get that. I do. So I have to
It's
say, smiling about it. It's not funny. It's not
I
fun.
I know.
It's fun when you hear someone who also has it and then they can
They
say
relate.
like
Yes.
it is. I'm like, yes, 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 that's it. Because it's hard to explain to people.
It is. Yes.
So the ringing started about 3 years ago, and that's when I went on my hunt for a solution. And
Okay.
I tried everything that everyone else has done, I've done.
Okay.
The specialist, neurologist, regular doctor, acupuncture, vestibular therapy. The vestibular therapy really helped me.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So I did vestibular therapy. I take a water pill every day.
Uh-huh.
About 2 months ago, maybe in June, I had a tube inserted in this ear.
Okay.
And I thought I felt better, and I do. I can't say I don't. I do feel better with the dizziness, but the ringing is the part that I still need to.
That gets you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides the ringing and the dizziness, do you get anything else like headaches, visual disturbances, anything like that?
I do. I don't get severe headaches, but I do get a headache that will last a couple days.
Okay.
Couple days. I recently have been getting double vision. I've been getting blurred vision. What else do I get? I get the brain fog really bad. I get very bad brain fog because if I have the ringing for a few days and then I don't sleep, I start to get very bad anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah, I get very bad anxiety. I take Xanax when I need it. I really don't want to, and I don't mean to frown when I say that, but I try not to take anything besides like natural vitamins, and I watch my salt, but I have to take Xanax once in a while.
Okay. Joy, and I don't know if you when you're talking about natural supplements, I've heard that zinc is actually very good for the ringing in the ears. So I do take it on alternate dates, not every day.
Okay.
I like to say it's maybe helping, but I just recently started taking it about 2 weeks ago. So I still have to develop more history with it to know if it actually works. But yeah, zinc apparently is really good for that.
Is that like a magnesium? Because I take magnesium every day.
It's similar to magnesium. It's very similar. It's another metal supplement, but yeah. But so don't take them together. Don't take the magnesium and the zinc together. A few hours apart. A few hours apart will do. So
I started taking the magnesium about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because I read that it helped. I started taking vitamin A because they say vitamin A is really good for ear health. Besides that, when I get a cold or if I get any type of congestion, it makes everything terrible.
Makes it worse. Yes. Especially if your nose, you get sinuses like sinus infections and your nose is plugged, the ringing gets extra loud.
It's terrible. I had it a couple weeks ago. I had like a little cold and I had a fly. I was very nervous about flying because I just had the tube put in. The doctor assured me everything's going to be fine. So my left ear, what has the tube, was perfect. My right ear completely clogged up, started ringing. The first 2 days of my vacation, I was listening to my ear ring. It was full. I thought it was going to get better. And then it went away. And then I had to fly. And it came back.
The pressure change.
The pressure.
Joy, with Meniere's, there is a high possibility of losing your sense of hearing, and as you mentioned, it's hard for you to listen to even speakerphones. Have they done any hearing tests to determine what range you're at?
I don't know exactly, but I know of course, I've had so many hearing tests, and the last hearing test, I think they told me my hearing went down like just a little, not, I don't know like what the term is or, how they measure it, but they said it was nothing to worry about for right now.
Okay. And when you mentioned that you have BPPV in your right ear, have they tried doing the Epley maneuvers or anything to try
Yeah.
and settle that?
I've done that with the vestibular therapy, and that helped me so much, but it took a long. Yeah, so don't give up. For anybody who's out there who's doing the vestibular therapy, I had the positional vertigo. Besides the feeling of always being off balance, or, you know, I get the rocking feeling, like I rock all the time.
That's what I got.
Yeah, it's terrible. But I had the positional vertigo where I couldn't even look up, or I couldn't lay flat for 6 months.
Yes.
So I went to vestibular therapy 3 times a week. And I wouldn't give up. I kept going. I missed 4 months of work. I was out of work for 4 months in January.
Yeah, that is tough.
Yeah, I woke up one day and I couldn't even walk. Like I was having a severe attack. So they ended up doing some tests and they told me my left ear had built up so much fluid and pressure that I tore my vestibular nerve in my ear.
Yeah.
So I had to do steroids. I had to go through a whole process. And the vestibular therapy helped me because I had 2 different situations. It's very weird. I had the Menieres in this ear and the crystals that were dislodged in this ear.
And the other one.
But I went to vestibular therapy 3 days a week for probably about 4 months. And then I started to feel better. They did the maneuver at the end of every session. And I was like, okay, I'm not getting better. I'm not getting better. And the lady's like, please don't give up hope. I would be crying my eyes out in there. I would walk with like the look on. She's like, are you having a bad day? Some days I would have to go home. I wouldn't be able to go through the whole thing.
Yeah. The water pill that they gave you for Meniere's, what is it called?
It's called Direnium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because for Meniere's, at least here in Canada, what they use is Circ or betahistine.
I took that.
Oh, and no relief, nothing, didn't work?
I had it made because a pharmacy in PA made it for me, and then I had it shipped to me. So I live in New Jersey.
Yep.
Someone had told me about the Circ, and I tried it, and you know what? I wanted like instant results. So I took it for a couple weeks, and then I stopped taking it. But with the Direnium, I've been taking it now since May 15th. And I definitely feel better than where I was.
Okay.
I don't feel where I want to be.
Okay. And you're young, you look even younger, and you look extremely healthy, very confident and very active. So when you are at those moments when you're feeling sick and ill and you still manage to go and face the world, go outside, go to work, do you let people know how you're feeling, or you just bottle it up and inside and you try to tough it up?
I bottle it up. So I have an ex that I speak to who knows what I'm going through. And if I'm having a terrible, terrible day, he normally gets the phone call of me crying and, saying horrible things. I say, like, I don't want to live like this. I don't know how much longer I could do this. And I want to give up. I don't want to work. I have a daughter. I have a 14-year-old daughter. I don't know, I run around trying to drive her and pick her up, school and events. And, it's hard, on a Friday night, like a night like tonight, she's out at a football game and I want to lay down and rest because I worked all day, but now I have to wait because I have to pick her up.
Yeah.
But back to your question, I do tell people, it's not a secret. The people at my job know that I, have an ear disorder. They don't know the extent of it.
Yeah.
They don't realize, the mental side of it. They see me at work. They see me. Of course I go to work. I put makeup on. I do my hair. I look fine. I have to smile. I have to act happy. And then I come home and I cry.
Yeah.
I can really. Friends. I mean, I have a best friend that I do confide in, but it's hard because everybody has their own life.
Yeah.
And I also don't want certain people to worry about me, so I can most likely hide it.
I can relate exactly to what you're saying, especially the sensation that sometimes you just want to give up because it's such a battle every day. Every day you're constantly saying, oh, this again today, like this sensation, this dizziness, this frustration, and you get to a point that you're like, how much can I take? Like, how much longer do I have to keep doing this.
And
So
is
I
it
know
yeah, my fear is it going to get worse?
yes,
You know,
yes,
we live every day, you know, just looking to get through the day. And I don't want to live like,
yes,
you know, I want to live and do fun things. And I've stopped doing a lot of stuff that I enjoy in life, a lot of
yeah.
stuff.
Likewise,
And
I know.
yeah, and it's sad. It's very sad. And I wish I could do certain things. And, you know, I'm slowly getting better. I don't want to be negative. I
Yeah, I
want
know, of course.
I try to be positive, but it's very hard. It's very difficult. And every day it's a battle and you're in survival mode. You know,
Yes,
go to work, you're dealing with your home, your children, your life, and you have that worry in the back of your mind, like what's going to happen? What am I going to get worse? Am I going to get better? Am I going to fall on the floor? Am I going to have a vertigo attack right here in this room?
yeah.
Is the
A lot,
ringing so loud that I can't even hear over it?
it's a lot of uncertainty because you start, yeah, you start, especially like you mentioned, you're single, so it makes, at least with people that have a good partner, you kind of have that extra support in case that something does happen. But when you are the breadwinner and your daughter relies on you, there is so much in your shoulders that you're like, I can't afford getting any more sick. So
Exactly. You worry about so many things. You know, if I miss work because I've missed 4 months of work back in January, now I don't get paid. I used all
yeah,
my time for the year. So exactly, I don't want to get fired. I want to keep my job. Some days I don't think I can continue working, but then I remember I got to keep working. That's what's going to
yes,
keep going. Yeah.
yes, and I'm sure your daughter loves you more for it because she sees how strong you're being, and she's like, okay, like mom
Yeah.
is being tough.
She hugs me all the time and she tells me, "You're going to be fine, Mom. You're going to be fine." And you know, I feel bad that she does see me crying a lot and laying on the couch, you know, at nighttime especially. She's like, "Are you okay? You know, how are your ears?" And you know, I try to tell her, "Oh, I'm okay," and I try to, you know, cry by myself, but she does see it once in a while.
Yeah, I know.
So
But it teaches them compassion. I have a 13-year-old son, and I used to be, I used to be a strong dad, tough dad, and with this, he's seen me crying on the floor too at my lowest point. And it's funny because at that young age, he comes and he hugs me, and he also gives me that reassurance. He's like, "Dad, it'll be okay. We will be fine." And I think you know what? It's sad that he sees me like this, but it's also good that he sees that compassion. That he's like, "Okay, I love you, and even if you're sick, I'm here for you too." So I
yeah,
know your daughter has the best of intentions for you too. If she's being that reassuring about you being okay.
she's very helpful too. She'll ask me, she's like, "Do you need me to do anything? Can I take out the garbage? Can I do this for you?"
Nice.
Like, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah.
Joy, I see the cross on your neck. Are you a woman of faith? Do you have faith, or
Oh, yeah, of course.
okay? Do you feel that your faith gives you that little bit of hope, that little bit of push to continue
Yeah.
going?
I'm hoping for a miracle. I'm hoping that, you know, because they say this is a chronic progressive disease, you know, the
Yes.
Meniere's, that I tell myself, you know, even if I do continue to have it, sorry, my battery's going low. Even if I do continue to have it, that, you know, God is going to give me the strength to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Miracles do happen every day, and
Yeah,
people have recovered miraculously from cancer and from other illnesses like that. So I believe we can heal as well.
I believe
Faith,
so.
faith moves mountains for sure.
It does. It does.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about these vestibular conditions bring a lot of anxiety. Like I was never an anxious person before. When this
Yeah.
hit me, I became extremely anxious, and I started praying, of course, more, doing meditation, doing yoga, doing essential oils to help me calm down. do,
Okay.
do you do anything that helps you kind of like reset the anxiety?
I should, and I keep saying I'm gonna, because I never had anxiety. I never had any type of depression
Uh-huh.
until just recently. You know, and I find myself, the anxiety is no longer like, oh, I'm worried. Oh, I have a worry. I have physical anxiety. You know, my heart pounds, my stomach turns, I sweat. I can't catch my breath. I start to feel confused. So the only thing, like I said, is I started to rely on taking the Xanax. And I used to go to the gym. I don't go to the gym anymore. I haven't had the energy, or not so much the energy. I just don't have the spirit right now. You know,
Yeah.
I don't. I come home and I look forward to getting in my house and, you know, sitting down and watching TV, or just quietness. Like I need quietness at night to kind of calm everything down. You know,
Yeah.
calm my ears down, calm the anxiety that's going on. I always say I want to start yoga, and I guess I gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, I do them at home though, because I being in public places like a yoga studio or publicly at the gym, it's still very overwhelming for me right now. Like all the noise, all the movements, all the people. So I do those things at home, and they have helped me. So hopefully, if you try them out, give them a try. Hopefully, they'll help you too.
Okay.
Joy, something that don't quote me on this, but something that might be a little bit of hope to you is I met a few patients with Meniere's, and one of them had it in his right ear, and he got, after suffering for about, I think he said 13 or 14 years, he had a surgery where they removed the vestibular system of his right ear. So he lost hearing on that ear, but the vertigo attacks stopped completely. He says, I don't feel dizzy anymore, ever. But unfortunately, the side effect is that he has no hearing on that one ear.
I heard about. So you have Meniere's too, right?
Me, it's vestibular migraines.
Oh, vestibular migraines and Meniere's?
No, just vestibular migraines.
Oh.
So far. Yeah, so far.
Okay. You were diagnosed today.
Today, yes.
I've seen your message. So also, just before I go back to that, I was diagnosed with vestibular migraines first.
Okay, wow, okay.
I was diagnosed with vestibular migraines from an ENT.
Uh-huh.
Then I went to a neurologist, back to another ENT,
Okay.
and then they did some tests on me. I don't
Okay.
know the names of the tests. There was 3 separate tests that I had to go to like a facility to have done. It was about 4 hours, and that's how they diagnosed me with Meniere's disease. So
What did the test involve? Like, what did they do? If you don't mind me asking.
Sure. So the tests were basically, they challenged your balance system. So you sit in a chair. One of the tests consists of that they shut the lights and they put you in some kind of like they cover your eyes, and they put you back in the chair, and you follow a dot. They, as they're kind of like maneuvering you around, I guess they're trying to provoke you to get dizzy. Then another test where they do hot air in your ear.
Yeah, the VNG caloric test. Yeah.
Oh, that was terrible.
That is the worst.
The worst. I had the hot air, and then I think it's cold. So did you have those?
I haven't had that one yet. I still have to get it done. But all the people that I've talked to that have had it, they said it is the most unpleasant thing to get done.
Unpleasant, but let me tell you, it's quick. And when you leave there, you're fine. I was so nervous about being dizzy afterwards. You're fine.
Okay.
It's long though. It's 4 hours. So of course it includes a lot more. You know, you follow dots and you follow stuff on a screen. Your eyes are constantly going back and forth. Then they have you in a chair and they're flipping you up and down. You should definitely go for it. I know. I didn't want to go either. You have to go.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get it done.
Yeah, because medication for vestibular migraine and Meniere's are completely different treatments.
Yes. And the problem is that these vestibular conditions are so closely, like the symptoms are so alike that's why it's so hard to finally tell the difference between them. So yes, the testing is absolutely necessary.
It is. Yeah, please go for it. So back to the question. I lost track. What was the question?
Where were we?
Oh, the surgery. So.
Oh yes, in the rear. Yeah.
Okay, so I had the test and I was diagnosed with Meniere's. So the ENT that I'm seeing, I guess they follow some type of order of how they treat you. So first I did the steroid treatment. Now I'm on the water pill. Then I did the tube. And as they go down the treatment, eventually, maybe I'm hoping not I'll get to that portion of it, because I don't suffer vertigo attacks every day. I only get them, like the actual severe vertigo attacks that like take me to my feet. I only get those about every 6 months.
Okay.
Even like with the undizzy, the unbalance and dizziness every day, the severe vertigo attacks, I don't get them every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is that this is a fairly new technology, but I saw they got these little implants now that they kind of like installed behind the ear, and apparently they are supposed to recalibrate the vestibular system. So it's fairly new. I was reading about it about a week and a half ago. So
Okay.
if I find the link again, I'll send it to you, because it might be another option in the near future, or hopefully in the next couple of years. So that would be.
Yeah, I like to try less invasive stuff first.
Yeah, of course.
Like surgery and stuff like that.
Yeah, because that is pretty extreme. Any surgery, especially so close to the brain, it's risks, of course.
It's
Joy.
scary. But I was just going to point out that the tube I had put in my ear was so easy. So if anyone is thinking about doing it, it was a 2-minute procedure in the office. I drove myself home.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good reassurance for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get this sensation? I was talking to someone with many people actually yesterday. Lately, I've been getting this sensation that I could be even sitting on a chair, sitting still, and I feel like I drop to the side, like somebody pulls me, and I have to like hang on and grab. And same thing when I'm on the bed. Like sometimes if I'm laying on the bed, it's almost like I'm dropping from the bed, and I have to grab the bed, and I'm like, whoa, that was strange.
I get that. I wrote that to you yesterday. I had that yesterday all day. You're sitting, and it's either you're like, whoa, you feel like you're gonna fall off the chair.
Like, yes. A few people yesterday were commenting on it. Yeah, it's such a strange. It just, I don't know. It's
the pressure in your ears or the fluid, something.
Yeah, I have to fly in about 2 months. I have to do a few flights, so I'm a little bit anxious, to say the least, about doing that. So hopefully everything goes well with that.
Take a decongestant before you go.
Okay.
So if you have any type of sinus or anything, clogging you, just take a decongestant. So at least you eliminate one thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joy, when they diagnosed you originally with vestibular migraines, did they give you any medicine for it? Did they prescribe any medicine to control the migraines?
They did, and I wish I could recall what it was. They had me on 2 different medications. They had me on a medication that it's like an off-label. It's used for antidepressant.
Yeah.
It's an antidepressant, and then they had me on the water pill, and then they gave me a sleeping pill. I refused. I was like, I am not taking a sleeping pill, an antidepressant. I don't want to walk around like a zombie.
Like a zombie, exactly.
So I never took the sleeping pill. I started to take the water pill, and I started to take the antidepressant 2 weeks later because I was suffering. Like I was really bad, and my friends begged me. They were like, please start taking the medicine. And I was like, I just don't understand why I'm taking an antidepressant because I'm dizzy. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It apparently decreases the headaches, but it's ototoxic. If you know, ototoxic meaning that it affects your hearing system and your vestibular system, potentially causing permanent damage. So that's why I'm on the fence if I should take it or not.
Does that make sense? Here, take medicine because you're dizzy, but it's going to make you even more dizzy and ruin your vestibular system.
On the long run, yeah.
I did take it. So I took it for 11 days.
Okay.
And then I had an appointment to see a neurologist. So I go to see the neurologist. He was so angry. He said, stop that medication right now. He said that medication causes vertigo, causes ringing in your ears, causes vestibular damage. So
that's ototoxicity, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So just really look into it. I don't want to discourage you. Just really look into it. Go to see. Have you seen an ENT?
Not yet. I just saw the neurologist today.
Oh, you have to see an ENT. Where do you live?
In Canada, in Calgary.
In Canada, okay. If you want to come over to the United States, I'll recommend you to my ENT.
Okay.
She's really good. So she was the one who diagnosed me with the Meniere's after I went to the neurologist, and he tried to give me some other medication too. Like I told you, I'm very stubborn with medicine. My phone is on low battery. We probably have to wrap this up in a few minutes. I'm on 10%.
Oh, okay. We'll be quick. There is so much. There is so much to talk about. There is so much information.
If I get going, I could talk for hours about this. So yeah, went to the neurologist. He said no vestibular migraine. Stop taking the medicine. Go see this ENT. Have the test done. I got diagnosed with the Meniere's disease, and they laid it out for me, the treatment that I could do and how it was going to happen, and that's where I'm at.
You're right. It's so difficult because the neurologist today said he prescribed me amitriptyline, which is the antidepressant. They gave me trazodone to sleep. So usually they do amitriptyline or Effexor are the most common ones. So
okay.
But so he said, take this. But my family doctor said, no, don't take that.
I lost you for a minute. So they ended up giving you a sleeping pill and the antidepressant?
And the antidepressant. But my family doctor said, no, don't take those. They are bad for they are ototoxic. So yeah. What doctor is right? They are both doctors and they both contradict themselves. So as a patient, you are like, well, who's right and who's not? Who's trying to help me and who's trying not to help me?
You have to do your own research.
Yeah,
the dizziness and the unbalance, and you said you have ringing in your ears, you have to see an ENT. I think it'll help you.
Okay, I'll look into that. Joy, before your battery runs out, what is the future hold for you? What are your future plans?
I'm hoping good. Today, obviously, I had a good day.
Good.
Like I told you, one good day, one bad day. I'm trying to stay positive. I hate when people say that to me. Just be positive. This is not really something that you can just switch off and say, you know what, I'm going to be positive today. It doesn't happen. But I'm hoping, I'm going to keep my job. I'm going to keep driving. I'm going to keep doing the treatment that they offer me. I'm going to do vestibular therapy. I'm going to continue that because I find that really helps. I'm going to start some type of calming, meditation, yoga, something to relax me, because I do get bad anxiety. I know I look cheery and I look happy, but I do suffer very bad from anxiety and depression from this.
All right. Yeah. Any advice that you like to give to the people that are watching you that might be starting their journey?
If you're starting your journey, advice would be to definitely see an ENT. Mm-hmm. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Like you said, one doctor is going to tell you this, then the next doctor is going to tell you something different. You're going to find an answer, and you're going to find a treatment, and you are going to get better.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Joy, and I really appreciate your time and sharing your story with all of us. And hopefully we can do a follow-up sometime in the near future to see how you're doing and how things are improving.
I would love that.
All right. Well, take care. Have a great evening, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Feel better yourself, okay?
Thanks. You too. Okay. Bye-bye.